True or false? Is acid reflux affecting singing voice? I am answering this question in this video, and I will also share 5 tips on how to manage your acid reflux and preserve your voice. Let's start. Hi, I am Katarina, speech-language pathologist from How to Improve Singing, and here on this channel I share practical tips about using your voice in a healthy way. So, if this is a topic that interests you, consider subscribing to this channel and hitting that bell notification icon so that you don't miss any of my future videos. You may know acid reflux as heartburn or indigestion. It happens when the acidic juices from your stomach spill back into the esophagus, which is the eating tube. The most known symptom of acid reflux is a burning pain in the chest after eating. However, there are other types of acid reflux which may not have symptoms as obvious as heartburn or belching, but they can damage the delicate tissue covering the vocal folds. The lining of the stomach is equipped to deal with acidic contents, but not your larynx or pharynx. LPR, or laryngopharyngeal reflux, is also a spillage of stomach juices into the esophagus, as well as the larynx and pharynx. The most common symptoms of LPR are hoarseness, throat clearing, sore throat, feeling of mucus production in the throat, but also difficulty swallowing or breathing. Other symptoms may include globus sensation, which is a feeling of a lump in the throat, cough, or a tickling sensation in the throat. LPR can also cause worsening of asthma symptoms, shortness of breath, laryngospasm, or nausea. So what is the relationship between acid reflux and singing voice? LPR is commonly associated with a number of voice disorders, and especially among singers. Yes, it is true that singers are more prone to acid reflux than any other group of people. Why? As you may know, singing requires a coordinated action of several muscle groups, such as the diaphragm, intercostal muscles, and the abdominal muscles. This action places singers at a higher risk for developing LPR due to increased abdominal and intrathoracic pressures. During inhalation, the chest expands, the diaphragm moves down and pushes down on the stomach, which is right under the diaphragm. During exhalation and during singing, the abdominal muscles are engaged and cause pressure on the stomach by increasing the abdominal pressure. This may affect the function of the sphincter at the end of the esophagus. A sphincter is a circular muscle surrounding the esophagus as it opens into the stomach. But that's not all. There are other factors that contribute to potential spillage of acidic juices into the larynx in singers. For example, performance-related stress and anxiety, irregular eating habits like eating late at night after rehearsal or performance, or not enough sleep, and other factors. So now that we know that singers are more prone to acid reflux than the rest of the population, how do you treat acid reflux? If you feel that you may have symptoms of acid reflux, talk to your doctor. If you have hoarse voice for more than 2 weeks without the presence of acute infection, such as common cold or flu, talk to a specialist. Only a doctor can diagnose acid reflux. Don't try to diagnose it yourself. After your diagnosis is confirmed, behavioral changes and drug treatments are most common types of therapy. Well, I am not a doctor, so I am not going to talk about medication, but Here are 5 suggestions to help you manage your symptoms of acid reflux. Tip number 1, change your diet. This may not be an easy step, but very important because there are certain foods that cause more acidity than others. For example, avoid caffeine, alcohol, chocolate, or mint as they relax the sphincter that keeps the stomach juices where they are supposed to be, in the stomach, right? Avoid fatty, greasy, and fried foods that require more acid and enzyme production in the stomach. Avoid spicy and acidic foods as they may irritate already irritated tissue. Avoid carbonated beverages as they contribute to stomach pressure, which leads to more spillage from the stomach. Basically, eat a healthy diet, but if you have to have one of these forbidden foods, have them earlier in the day, not in the evening. Tip number 2, time your meals well. This tip will be difficult for grazers or people who eat all the time. Eat the last meal or snack at least 3 hours before going to bed so that you go to bed with a relatively empty stomach. Also, eat smaller and well-balanced meals. If you have a performance or rehearsal, eat at least 3 hours prior to that. Don't sing after a big meal. And if you exercise or take a nap in the afternoon, also don't eat right before exercising or lying down. Tip number 3, sleep at an angle. Nowadays, there are several options to do this. You can lift the head of the bed by placing special supports underneath the front legs of the bed. In this way, the head and the upper body are elevated and the stomach juices have to overcome gravity to spill upwards. You can also buy a special bed or mattress that lifts the head portion up, or you can buy special pillows like these ones. The goal is to elevate your head and upper torso when you are lying down. Tip number 4, watch your weight. Obesity and overweight are big factors in causing acid reflux, so maintain your weight at optimal levels by eating healthy and balanced meals. Stay active and include a regular exercise routine into your day. Tip number 5, keep it loose. As I said previously, abdominal and chest pressures are potential factors that affect the function of the sphincters that keep the acidic juices in your stomach. So don't put additional pressure on your stomach by wearing tight clothing like belts, corsets, or tight pants. Simply don't wear tight clothing, especially around the waist. And that is all. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, click the like button and share it with your singing friends who may benefit from this information. Check out my other videos right here below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!